don't feel it yet.
22 miles later.
I just vex for that. Why I don't understand that.
That's not my life.
Well, you turn around the carnival in a different kind of dotish way with this.
That is not my ministry. I'm not gonna lie, I wear heels, sneakered heels. But watch it, that don't.
No, that's different. No, that's cool. Yeah.
That's different.
I mean, like heels, like Wendy Fitzwilliam, heels.
Okay, no, not heels.
Heels in the party.
Like for me, I'll wear like
Heels in the party with a clutch purse on their arm, and then your phone in the right hand, and then the drink in the left hand, and all you can't do nothing with all yourself.
Oh, trouble starts.
No, you can't do nothing.
it's true.
Because the clutch purse here, the phone here, and the drink here.
I have done
So with
a
the
lot
hand,
with
with the hand and the rag and the with the waving.
I tend to walk around with.
And then they
tentacles
tell me
on the wrong
the
person.
Fed boring. The Fed must be boring. I'll pull it, rolling up here, rolling on. Take that, you know.
Let me roll it.
Wait, now you rolling
Okay.
the shoot? Oh gosh. No, that's true.
Welcome.
And then they go in
welcome.
crop over, you know. They go in crop over and roll on the ground. They go in Grenada Carnival and roll on the ground. But they're standing up in Trinidad. Let's sabotage in the carnival. Let me go. Take one.
Ninja Production.
Ladies and gentlemen, so excited. Shermica Farquhar, Ken Sambury.
Hey.
Here again at the stores with the one, the only Ronnie McIntosh. We are live in Ronnie and Carol's store on Anna and Warren Street in Trinidad and Tobago. We're just, I mean, the joy. I'm sure as you open this, it's like, whoa, there's a different energy here today because, you know, we're at the Soka Carnival. We're in a mass camp, just at a very different time, right? So I am a proponent of Carnival is not canceled because Carnival is in the heart. It is a spirit. It is an energy. And even with just a few of us in here today is a different vibe. Like my week is going to go different because I came here with my people. So I just want to drop that gem for all of my Carnival people, wherever you are. Find your people, have a moment, reflect, make the jokes. Yes, the tabanka is deep, it tick, it hurting way. And we're not on the road, but Carnival's not canceled. So now you're almost 15 years into Ronnie and Carol. Multiple large band titles from winning. So it's not just that I'm doing this thing a long time and I'm winning. There's a space how you move from soca on the stage to
To the mass?
Yeah, you didn't talk
Well,
about
the
it.
soca on the stage also brought you soca on the truck.
Of course.
Because the band used to play for a band, which we were Barbarossa back in the days.
Right.
So I am basically situated on the roof of the truck. The first man to duck all the T&Tech wires was me, right? So I on the roof, so I seen everything, orderly structure, get them in the section, get in your section, right, good. Caroline McIntosh now was part of the team on the ground
Okay.
in the section. Now, she would have spent an extra $500 TT dollars to enhance because Carol and her mom come from the Minchell days. When Minchell played Rats, and I think one year they played something with roller skates. Carol was on roller skates in Minchell as growing up. So they come from that mass background. My mom also was involved in mass, making mass for Irvin McWilliams and Stephen Leon. I call it some names that you might not be familiar with, right? So that whole kind of mass thing. So I in the music, them have from mass, and when Carol put the little extra money into her costume, her friend zone was looking the same. So the next year, they say, okay, Carol's spending 5, they might give Carol a 3. Buy something, and fix them up now. So it started build like 20, 25 of them start looking different in the entire Barbarossa organization. You can't miss them. People start watching them like, which band are they from? Well, they storm the band, but they add on just a little 3 more feathers, some stone, and they start to build their own costume.
No.
And within that, we left the Barbarossa family, and we decided we're going by Masquerade.
Okay.
Masquerade was a little more mature than us, so we decided we will bring our own section in Masquerade. So we'll pull the younger ones now. So first year we had about 50-something people in a section. That would have been 2004, 4, 5, 6, 7, right. 2004 we did Masquerade. 2005 we get 100 and something people in Masquerade. Or 90-something, 50-something, 90-something. And then we find, well, Masquerade like it too mature. We want to go and mix up with the people.
Mix up.
Yeah. So we go on Legacy, Big Mike.
Okay, yeah.
Bounce up Big Mike on Marva Road there by Pi. I say, Mike, we want to come and bring a section with you. He said, no problem. Right. So we did Mike in 2006. We get 100 and something. We did Mike in 2007. We get 300 and something in our section. 2007.
man.
And
That's
then
a
me
section.
and Mike and something back on the road because Mike want to move my drinks truck from by where my section is.
That's true.
I said,
True
"Why you
road
put
business."
why you put my drinks truck in the back and look my section here?" And we started arguing back and all, and then he masquerade as well. And Ronnie, don't take you on, boy. Why only bring all your own band next year?
So said, so done.
2008, that was the birth of Ronnie and Carol, the mass band. It was so, and we get a little prize money. But I think, had we not won
Yeah. The momentum.
2008, I don't think
We'll come back.
I don't think now the business decision would not be to come back. Because it looked nice and we had fun.
Yeah.
But if we didn't get that result, that Band of the Year title, I mean, we had other businesses too. So we'd have pulled from there and offset the bills.
Yep.
But you can't keep pulling, you can't keep doing that. So Ronnie and Caro basically come out of masquerade and come out of Legacy.
Yeah.
We would have left Legacy with 300 people. But don't forget, sometimes you in a section in a band, not because the person playing in your section, that means is your masquerade.
Your masquerade, yeah.
And that's
It
the
could be
thing.
a Legacy, die
Person
hard.
Who
Yep.
just choose.
They like your
choose
costume.
your section. So
Yeah.
you got to be careful too when you're looking to move on. Because when you get 300 this year, that doesn't mean that there's 300 leaving with you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Suppose 150 is basically legacy people who just like your costume, and that's why people just get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our first year we got about 500 and some people. But we're not too sure what percentage actually left,
yeah.
Yeah.
with us from legacy. Maybe 100 stay back.
Yeah.
But the brand was building over the years, and you know what I mean? And
Tell us about where we are. Like,
Yes.
tell us about you supplying mass to different countries and people.
right. So of course there's the crop over and then there's the Jamaica Carnival and stuff, but there are a lot of others. I mean, every week some part of the world there's a carnival.
Yep.
So after carnival, the staff and we normally get about a week rest. Maybe the people like myself and Carol, so we come in here because I still have cleaning up to do and move this here and put back everything where it was. So, but a week, 10 days after that, we back up and running because we may get a link for Jamaica. We have a permanent link in Barbados. We have a link in St. Martin. We have St. Thomas. You have Tortola. You have then you might get a little small link in a little piece of crop over.
For the purpose of the audience, what is a link?
Okay, cool. Well, link, yeah. nothing that runs at the bottom of your screen. Nothing that comes in your email, nothing that comes on your phone. Okay, link meaning, yeah, obviously you get a contract, you get a phone call that somebody needing something. Now, some countries, they might have their own operation going, but they might want a one piece. Somebody may want to play an individual. You understand? So,
Gotcha.
So the link is you get a call, you get a WhatsApp, so we basically Ronnie and Carol Mass Camp doesn't close. We don't really close.
You have all the connections.
We have 2020 was different, but we have
Yeah.
permanent staff, they pay the NIS, they pay the PAYE, they get maternity leave. It's a business. You understand?
Sorry, so tell me about this, right? Okay, so all this going on, the ship running, a week after Carnival, who having a little last jams here and there and stuff. The mass camp start up. And then you're seeing, things happening on TV. Tell me the mood, tell me the atmosphere that was going on in the camp. Because Oli was already making costumes.
you mean for 2020?
Yeah, for 2020.
Yeah.
Oli was already making
If you
costumes.
check the Ronnie and Carol pages, there's the picture that says "This is Paradise." We launched our team
What?
for
Why?
2021 already. 2 weeks after Carnival, "This is Paradise" with a kind of butterfly with some colors thing. I was launched. We didn't take it down. It's still here. Because Trinidad is still a paradise.
Still paradise,
This is
yeah.
still
And
paradise.
that team ain't going away. Whenever it come in. But yeah, we launched already. As a matter of fact, getting ready to book ticket for Carol to go and source material and stuff like that to do prototypes and yeah. Plus, we had already done samples for St. Martin, which had what was approved. We basically did Bahamas samples already that was approved. We ordered Bahamas material already to finish the product, the costumes. Yeah, up and running. Up and running.
What was the mood?
Well, we have to do- okay.
So you had a run me through. Okay, so the staff come to work, right? Remember every day it was developing. I was here. I in it too.
Yes.
I in it just like you.
Listen.
So I remember the first day. I remember everybody saying, "All right, this thing going on, but don't worry, we safe. Nothing happening in Trinidad, but
Right.
you just need to take it easy on the travel." I remember me and Nesta and I second star. We said, "I'm watching the flight." He said, "Check how cheap it is to go to Miami, though." go
Time to make a
Miami.
trip.
Listen.
You could go Miami and
Go
go
Miami
up in
and
the
stay.
mall and
Yeah.
hey, listen. So you watching it, and then we saying, might be safe. Let me monitor this in a little bit. But it's a good thing, yes, because listen, the day we was looking to leave, that day close off.
Just so.
So also cannot be Miami.
Yeah.
Asking for exemption.
You know,
Some
some people
relatives-
did that runaway shopping thing, some people did that.
Yeah, some people do it for sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
I sure not the only person. Because listen, when I buy my equipment, buying it, ordering it is pressure.
Yeah.
And that pressure.
Run away quick. Pick it
Yeah,
up
they
and
run
come
away
back.
quick and pick it up and come back. That much cheaper. You understand? So that was my move. Tell me what
Yeah,
happened.
but the energy here, I mean, I started paying attention. Well, since Carnival, remember the US had their first case in January. You know, it was out in Wuhan, China for a while. As a matter of fact, Ronnie and Caro we had masks, you know, for Carnival. You know. We had Ronnie and Caro mask available to masqueraders selling right here in this store. I mean, we didn't get much sales because people wasn't into it.
They didn't.
But we had a couple masqueraders who had on Ronnie and Caro masks. Yeah, because we paying attention to outside. At the end of the day, the US is the US. I mean, yes, you could block off people from South Africa, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could shut down a flight from Germany, it's okay.
No problem.
But with North America, I could run a carnival with North America. Yes, we have masqueraders 1111, but it's North America, brother. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
talking to my good friend Jamun out in Maryland, so every day we communicating and I just monitoring. So, as I tell people, Ronnie and Caro Tabanca period or Tabanca season is not Cani, it's not 2021. Or what Tabanca was
September,
June,
yeah.
July. Can know.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's photo shoot.
Yeah, photo
You're
shoot.
supposed to be in
So
the-
when I
yeah.
get into Banca in June, you want to know why. But I remember June is models coming to try on.
Yeah. In 2019, it's June. Big photo shoot up in
What do you
Rancho.
mean?
Yeah.
It's
Serious
time to
thing.
book your venue
Yeah.
thing. Make sure the drone
Up in the air,
make sure the
yeah.
drone up in the air. So Water Banca is June. July, camp does open in July. You get your first batch like yourself, so the early registrations. You just get those because they want to get the costume of their choice. So you just get a nice batch, you just get a nice jump.
Yeah.
And it's based on your end of July into August jump. Then you know what kind of numbers you will get.
Expect, yeah.
So
Expect,
all that
yeah.
is planning stage. And then from that income now, that will take now and then you can start to order material. Because the money, so you know, it's going wrong.
Yeah.
So August, first week in August, is camp and thing on pavement with pot. And ring stove and pot, you normally on the pavement here. That is my Water Banca period. So now I get in phone calls, hey Ronnie boy, what are you doing for Carnival boy? You know, so a lot of people now get in the Tabanca because it's a season for them.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
them, yeah.
Them seasonal.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
studying well. This weekend I have no
But the
festival.
ones
yeah.
like
Yeah.
my girl here who, you know, she know now she done book already.
No, like-
As a matter of fact, this time is when you looking for your distribution list.
Hello.
Correct.
And I think when people talk about Trinidad and Carnival, because it has such an economic impact, like you said, so many people coming from foreign to pour into the ecosystem here. And yes, as you mentioned, they can't tell you in November to have Carnival for 2022. However, in 1972, Carnival was postponed for polio. So it's like,
Well,
you
it was
think
postponed. March
it-
and May.
and so
We get it in May.
Yeah, they get it in May. So it's in my
But
head,
it's
I'm
cancelled.
thinking this right now we cancel. Get that? We're not postponing. But I'm just thinking, as we're waiting, like you said, we're watching, and it's a. Do you think it would be more of a? We're gonna shift it. We're not gonna say it's quite canceled. We may shift it because the idea of a shift is
Back in the day, right, 72, yes, we would have had foreigners coming in,
Yeah,
but it was
we're
a
not
lot
gonna-
of local participation.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it was not a, just draw something, and he was buying local material, and he just run down, and then don't forget we had volunteers. So
Yeah.
people would leave their work after work.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know that life.
And
Oh,
then,
I know.
And then you pass in the camp, and you help cut, and you help stick, and then you go your way.
Yeah.
And you come back just like how people work and then go in the pan yard. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
saying it was volunteer. It was not business.
It wasn't
And it
for
wasn't
business.
4,000 people in our band either.
This is true.
So we could have get a
What
quick
the
announcement.
numbers was like?
Okay, Raul Guy, we played with Raul Guy back in the day. Raul Guy, large band was about 1,200 people.
Wow.
Yeah. It's Poison started this back and all, you know. When I say the numbers thing,
Yeah.
it's Poison bring the thing to that kind of 4,000 or 5,000 people. Because what Poison was made up of each person bring a section.
Yeah.
So you bring your people and you bring your people. So it wasn't 5,000 people in Poison
one,
as
yeah.
such.
Yeah.
Everybody was bringing their own batch. Hence the reason why certain bands now that exist
Yep.
on their own
Yeah.
came from poison. Do the research.
I want to bring up the actual mass. Right? So we have our traditional characters.
Right.
And it's always a couple people who know who they are and can identify them. But now as you said, we've got these ginormous mass bands. No traditional characters
Right.
intertwined in that. And of course, mass is about creativity, expression, and the story, right? But I'm seeing what I generally see is a gap in the layman's knowledge between. I'll use Serengeti as an example, right? Serengeti was the presentation for 2020 for
Right.
Ronnie Carroll, and each section was a tribe. And so I see the story there, but this whole context between like the masquerade, it is a.
You see,
it's
there's
a-
balance.
but
There's
we
balance.
don't- yeah,
There's
let's talk
balance
about
because
In my mind, I mean, Serengeti was one of the first years we ever tried to go too deep. We normally play Trinidad beaches, Tobago beaches.
Well, okay.
Keep it local, keep it light, because so you want to get too heavy because the carnival has transformed, transform into because all these stories really and truly has already been told. These stories have already been told. You remember George Bailey, Mark Williams, them play all them things, and the Aztecs and the Amerindians and the because remember it's a product you're selling and the people is not in that type of costume is not in demand. Carnival has transformed into customer service, into more of an experience.
Okay.
More of a fet on the road. Yes, women like the costume pretty. They don't want to make sure nothing ain't fall apart. They want the thing quality costume. But at the end of the day, it's all about the service. What type of alcohol you're giving me? What standard you're giving me?
Okay.
What condition your mobile restroom in? You know
Agreed.
what I mean?
Those things
Agreed.
are very important.
No,
to be honest.
super important.
Your
I'm
mobile
not
restroom
going to knock
clean.
that.
You
Yeah.
have 2 gears on the thing and the white shirt and the black thing and the honey adornment. You know what you have on the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the people checking you every so often and flushing you out. Or when I go in there, I block my nose. Which one? You have an ambulance? In case? Yes, I have an ambulance. You know what I mean? What kind of food you getting me? Lentil, peas and rice? Or you get me a nice, something? So it's all about customer service now. It's a street party, yes, it's a street parade. And that's where the change will come because even the mass. Let me put it on the Ronnie and Carol situation now.
Yeah.
This all-inclusive package thing get out of hand. It get competitive.
Yeah.
Because you're targeting a certain brand who they giving that. So you know how to compete with that. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Now the higher brand band, they will get certain things that we may have to buy to give the masqueraders. They get
Makes
But they
sponsored.
get free,
Yeah.
yeah.
A particular item, one item I went through in the Corona days, I realized not necessary. You see the cup and the goodie bag, not necessary. That mason jar. You know why? Because people like yourself, Miss Foreign Carnival Junkie, you only don't come back out with the cup. Or they just keep all your cup as a souvenir.
Yeah. You keep in the cup home.
Because they
would
have
climb onto a string.
2005, 2006, 2000, and they will line up. And when they get a chance, they post up all the cups. They don't bring it back out because they're afraid it fall in a canal. So when I distribute all these cups and all these bags, even the little items in the goodie bag, they don't use it really. And that's a high part of our budget. No, we don't get it sponsored. We might get a little help. But we just have to buy them cups and them.
Yeah.
So I know if I
We don't use cups.
if I ignore the cup and the goodie bag and thing and I take off $400 off your costume, would you prefer the goodie bag and the cup or the $400 less?
I will gladly put those $400. I could buy my own cup.
Thank you very much.
I could
There are
buy my own
certain
cup.
things that we get over. We go on haywire. It's not necessary. Yes.
Like to throw out there that I would pay the extra $400 for my cup, but that's only because.
Let me hear your reason for your cup.
Right,
And
so
I'll
the-
tell you why no cup for me.
Right, so the reasoning for that is because for me, I want that pinnacle experience. So it come like I want to spend my money, right? I want to spend my money so that I can get the best possible. Because for me, this is like what I'm looking for.
So you sending me to do a cup option?
I just telling you my philosophy, you know.
Wait,
you can't
I-
get vexed with
I'll
my
give you
philosophy.
I'm glad for the balance you bring.
No,
in.
no, because I'm not a yes man, no. I'm not going to just go with the crowd.
No, I'm glad for the balance.
Because
I'm ready.
yeah, and the thing is, I'm a male masquerader. So all them feathers and thing, from when I get a foot piece and thing, I don't even go in a foot piece.
Correct.
You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
get your shorts.
I don't even go in
You
a
have
foot.
your
I
wristband.
don't even go in a foot piece.
Agreed, yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
But you know what I'll go pump with? I need my pants.
Yeah.
I need my cup. You understand? And you see the little bag that is given? I still have that bag. The bag I get from
Right.
Carnival is still
The
in my
string
car.
bags, yes.
Yes.
So that's important to me too because I need to put all my stuff in there.
Okay.
And I need to tote it now and show, hey, I was in Ronnie and Carol this year.
Right. Okay.
You understand? So that's the reasoning. That's the reasoning. So different.
You bring a good balance there.
So for guys,
You might be in the minority, but you bring a good balance.
literally everything he just said in terms of the bag and the cup are used for guys for that reason. As a lady, of course I'm not taking my bag on the road, right? And as for a cup, like I said, for $400, I can get my own cup because I've definitely left my cup at home and stopped in the little market on the side of the road and picked up. Because me on the road, I'm usually with a 10-foot pole waving and acting the fool. So the cup ain't important about
Many cups
instruments.
I see many
But
cups
it
in
is
the
fall
canal.
down. So
And
it's
especially for the foreigners, they're not playing with a souvenir. That going back New York, that going back London, to go back in the little cupboard.
if you give a bad cup, we will talk about you though.
Correct.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
But
it's-
okay, so I just use the cup as an
Not bad
example.
cups.
Listen, I've had the whole thing, ding ding,
You
like
fall off.
ding ding.
Click.
They,
Yeah.
all clubs are not.
I just use the cup as an
made up.
example.
Yeah,
right?
but have many things.
But,
But
other
there
little
are-
things. Other little things.
I agree.
Even in terms of the fets, we gotta careful of the pricing, you know.
That's what
Careful,
that was
It
my
get
next
out of hand,
question.
you know. It has certain things you ain't bound to serve. You see the all-inclusive service, and I'll get to the bands just now. The all-inclusive service gets so out of hand. The kind of thing you're serving, I don't really want it. And that's where the fets get boring too.
Understood.
And then the dress code change. One of the things that come back is the dress code. The clutch purse have to go. I mean, granted, the artists and them, some of the artists' mindset is that, well, you come to see me and they don't have to work as hard. Because as you mentioned, Tyndall Hall, it's no machine with your voice. It's pure rhythm, pure voice. And you have to work to get the crowd to move. Now the artists have the thing in the machine and the thing in. But so that preventing the patrons from moving. But the patrons also have the clutch purse here. They have the phone here and the drink here. So they can't move too much. Because if the man say, well, let me see your right hand. The phone might get up, but the clutch purse drop.
Well, I tell you.
Even the dress code. No, even the dress code, the phone is a killer, you know. Not to use the word. The phone is a hindrance.
Ronnie, I have an idea. I feel next event I have outside of COVID, I'm gonna have a little locker system.
and
No,
lock the
because-
phones away.
because-
You don't need a locker.
No,
You just need to watch them in Grenada. Hold on. The same people with the clutch purse and the phone
Right.
and the drink here go in Grenada Carnival. They go in Jamaica Carnival. So they're starting up in our fets in Trinidad. But when they go Grenada, they say, right, they get the little plastic thing, they put their phone, they put everything in that little pouch.
True.
Right?
And they're not home, so they're not
Right?
seeing
They're
the
going in the
students.
oil.
Yes.
The same oil, for history's sake, the same oil that we used to have on Independence Square a long time in
Yeah.
our Juve, that we pelt away, we dash that away. We go on pastel colors Juve now. So we's fluorescent pink and fluorescent green, so we pelt with the oil. Because Independence Square was oil. The same chicken neck used to cut off on Independence Square now. The same big snake wrong your neck and the drinking out of the, what we call our posy, quote unquote. That is what our Juve was. We dash away that. Bring it down to the suburbs, to Woodbrook,
What, Brooke?
and the Brooks. You understand?
Marvel.
And we go on pastel. So right, and go on Grenada now, and go on back in the same oil that we pelt with, and saying that Grenada had the best Juve in the world. Right?
So,
Uh-huh.
So the point I'm making is that
Shots
the same
fired.
ones who just stand up in our fets here with the clutch post and thing, go in Grenada and roll on the ground. But they making sure and put the phone away. Some of them might even leave it in the car.
I think what happening is that in Trinidad we have a culture where, you watch face,
Well, that
you're
was what I
considered-
was gonna say.
Okay, so the
that-
concept is ending Grenada, nobody know we wrong here, so we can go on.
Right.
That is
All right, but is the phone affecting them from here? This is the problem I
No,
say.
well, that is why I tell
no,
you,
but-
Ronnie, I will put everybody's phone in a locker.
and, so that they don't have
So
their phone.
what
Just-
happened
no,
here?
They just have to rewind. Even the footwear. Okay, you can wear a little flash.
But you think they rewinding?
Yeah, I don't know about this reset. We are of the social media C and B seed and how am I presenting?
Well, let's keep it a fashion show, and then the festival is getting less and less people.
Nah.
Well, let's continue the fashion show then. Let's go. Let's continue to this social event and let's pose. And then post a picture and see who was she had on that same outfit in Mocha. How come she got wear it back in Fatima? And keep that drama. I can't even say what I want to call it. Keep that drama going on and just let it dip and go Grenada and go crop over and have fun.
Nah, we don't want that.
But that's what they're doing. They're sabotaging our carnival. I want the same energy, or they just go crop over with. But you know what I'm to them? The Antigua and them places, they can't go and stand up. Because a fete in Grenada, nobody's standing. So in other words, they're forced to participate. But in Trinidad, they have company because a lot of people standing. But you go Grenada as a Trini and go up there with your social thing. Go up there with your clutch purse. What I want is the little study and the economists to come together and post up and show me on our newspapers front page. Trinidad and Tobago loses how much $1 billion we lost because of no carnival. Maybe then these carnival haters will give us a little more respect now. Because so far they know the contribution that carnivals make to the GDP, to the economy.
Yeah.
Even the US dollar. You could get a US. US is coming in the country, that same forex they're running down. It have US coming in, them is spending the cash. You know, they're buying doubles with the US. But the average man and the carnival hater who just type in on social media cancel carnival.
They
So I want, but you see, the experts and them wouldn't do that. Because in their mind, carnival is also a hobby for them too. Culture lasts, you know.
Yeah.
Even the budget and, when you listen to the budget, you say anything about, well, we're going to do this for culture. Nothing really.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, it's so hobbyish. Even with the bodies, they bring it across so hobbyish. Yo, even if you want a little backpack, you know, on your back, because okay, anything they have in, they will call Ronnie and Carol, cool. And they will say, okay, we want 10 costumes. Give us 7 female and 3 male. We could find the models. Because them girls and them,
No problem.
Ready.
Ready?
they're ready.
Hello.
They're ready.
Ready.
But even though we might dig up and find 10, you will still be missing something. You still have to call out staff to put it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, we have to continue for 2021 and we look forward to 2022. Hopefully the graph will be in our
Listen,
favor.
I needed to just.
Yeah.
What you
knows
have to say to that?
Basically,
Let me tell them.
so there's no carnival, right? The carnival cancelled, but the culture, the vibe, and things like this, what we doing here. You know what I mean? The culture is still alive.
Yes.
My point is, we have to continuously work on keeping it alive. We can't wait because I'm telling myself, if there was carnival, I might not have been doing so much interviews because you would have been busy on something else.
Yeah.
You would have been checking online to see if your boots reach.
I'd have been planning. I've been planning this.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
so this no carnival situation allows us now to educate and, you know, have conversations like this. Because you wouldn't be interviewing me now.
Yeah, for real.
Listen.
As a matter of fact, I might not have time.
Listen.
You know what I mean? So the point I'm making here, we have to continuously doing things like this.
Yeah.
So I must be able to do an interview like this in June.
Correct.
Normal.
Yeah.
Let me talk about
It's
waiting.
Caribbean American Heritage Month, so I'm going to call you in June. I'm telling you.
Not a problem. But let me talk about waiting.
Yeah.
And what we could do, you know, to better our thing. But don't just leave it alone.
Yeah, more conversations.
Seasonal.
Agreed.
In the meantime, count down the days. It's almost over. Yes, the banker is on. But let me stay focused on the protocols and look forward to 2022. Goodness.
Agreed.
Thank you.
D Ninja Production.
Bang, a ding, bang, bang, ding, ding, bang, bang, a ding, bang, bang, ding, ding.